Hi everyone, Andy here. In this video I will be changing the fuel tank on my GDM jug and I take an attempt at fixing the center stand on it. First things first, I take off both side panels. 3 Phillips head screws and it's gone. Now I remove the service door with another screw. We have access to 2 more screws. As I work, take a look at my rusty tank that's inside the Zr jug at the moment. I tried a few fuel filters and most of them were garbage. I will show you what fuel filter worked for me with a tank this rusty. Ow, that hurt. Sorry girl. There goes the seat, then we can focus on more screws. The tail can come off too. Good. And now for the spoiler. If you like these little GDM jugs, make sure you follow my channel because I'm restoring one from factory new parts later this year. I already invested a lot in the previous year for OEM parts and I'm 80% there to start off the build. I undo this cable and the spoiler come off. After the cover under the seat, we step on unclaimed territory. This frame extension was never removed before. We also remove this rubber tray. And after a few more screws and a clip for the fuel level, the tank is free. I remove the vacuum line for the fuel cock. We can also cut the fuel lines, I have new ones. It has half a tank of rusty fuel inside, so let's put back the fuel cap. And lift off. I'll be honest, I don't know how to get it out exactly. Until I find out, I show some pictures of the rust-filled fuel filter and the tank after it dried out. Nasty. You can also clean out rust like this, but I found an original second-hand one in great condition. for cheap, so I'm not complaining. I think I got it. This got stuck. I'm planning on cleaning out and saving this tank as a spare. If that interests you, leave a comment that you want to see it. It's out, yes. Okay, so we can install some new fuel holes on the replacement tank. It has minimal to no rust, and I cleaned it out with some brake clean. I'm pretty happy with this purchase. I'm getting good at this. One day I want to sandblast the whole frame and paint it. This poor thing has a lot of rust on it, but it can be saved. She's my daily, so I have to plan ahead before I take apart the whole thing. So this is the fuel filter I like to use. I had the same one on the rusty tank and it didn't let through gunk. You can find it by the Kawasaki part number or the Husqvarna part number if you need one. When installing fuel filters, always make sure you put them in the correct orientation. I will put it like this. This way I will have enough room to tuck it nicely under the side covers. For easy access, I remove the helmet holder compartment. That way it's easier for my hand to reach under the carburetor. Just remembered I have an original waste hose with the connecting metal pipe from a Yamaha axis. My Zr Jog is missing its original one, so I will install this. Let's clean this out a little and we can plug them together. Note to self, next time don't go in without proper lubrication. So the idea of this tray is to catch the fuel if you overfill. You need the hose part to funnel it behind the rear wheel on the ground. Otherwise the fuel will leak on everything beneath under the plastic covers. This is how it looks with the new fuel lines and filter. It's tucked up nicely. And everything is in. It's connected properly to the carburetor. The waste hose is the proper size, so it will fit perfectly. Jumping ahead a little, let's check out my center stand. It's bent up pretty bad. When I was in an accident, a car reversed on my scooter as I was sitting on it. I have a video on it if you want to see the fuel damage report. It's here. Now I made up this contraption so I can hang her rear from the ceiling while I work on the stand. First we need to remove this safety pin under the grime. Nice. Let's close it up. It has a quite nice sound to it, right? Silly me, I'm not playing with it. Okay, just one more. So I push through this pin so I can pull it out. All it needs is some wiggling and it's free. Now please hear me out. I have this almost new center stand from a long Minerali engine, and my engine is a short Minerali one. As you can see, the spring holder is closer on the short one, while far off on the long one. To our luck, the holder is the same size, but the length will throw off the rear wheel from the ground when it's propped up. It uses the same pin as the old one, so there's no difference there. If you can use the long spring with the taller stand, I say we have a good chance of making it work. I install it in place and use a new pin in the procedure. Okay, it went through. Now for the washer and the safety pin. I hang the springs from the engine, then I use a screwdriver to connect them together. In the process I almost take out my tire and my camera. Cool. And now I remove some from the spring holder because it hits my muffler when it's up. It fits nicely, but when the scooter is resting on the center stand, it wants to fall forward. I filed down 1.5 mm from the stand in this part. You can see where it's missing paint. That part has to come off. When propped on the stand, the metal meets the aluminum block here. Same on the other side. But there the aluminum is worn a little from the years of use. In the end, it fits nicely and the scooter is secured when parked on it. It has a pretty mean stance with it, don't you think? Tell me in the comments your opinion. I changed the rear wheel in the process because my old tire was dry rotted and worn. I had a pretty good tire on a wheel lying around. Some sneak peek from the next video. I will be changing out my speedometer for a nicer one. This one started bubbling. I have some used parts to make this one work. And that's all for now. If you want to see the next episode or the restoration of my other jog, consider subscribing and like this video. It helps me out a lot. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Bye.